EasyVid.com. Hello, this is Chris Radke with Chris Radke Broadcasting, coming to you live from Lawrence, Kansas, and I'm here to talk to you today about an article from Symantec called "Are You Ready for the Cloud? 5 Questions to Help Small Business Decide If They're Ready to Take the Leap." And as the title would suggest, it's just a short article about what the cloud is, who it's for, what it's for, and what are the advantages of using it. It's laid out in a pretty simple and straightforward style. Basically, there's a little summary followed by a series of questions and answers intended for someone who doesn't know that much about the cloud, would like to know a little bit more. And I think it does that pretty effectively. It starts out with an overview, which basically describes what the cloud is. And what it does is it relates it to the viewer, someone who doesn't know what the cloud is. It compares it, says, hey, if you're using Google Apps, or if you've had a website hosted or what have you, then you've already been using a cloud in your daily life. And it talks a little bit about what are the advantages generally, and those advantages include cost savings based on the reduced IT costs for infrastructure, flexibility and manageability. It talks about speed and agility of a cloud-based system. The increased business focus is it allows you to work more on your actual business instead of working on IT. And of course, added data protection, which is basically the increased security that you get from using a cloud-based system. Beyond that, it then goes into a little more detail about these items, and it does so in a question and answer format. So, starting with the first question, are you ready? Yes. It asks, do you find it difficult to budget for technology purchases? And basically, it then addresses the cost of investing in technology, and it can be significant over time. With the traditional ERP solution, you have servers and you have computers and specific equipment you have to buy. With a cloud-based solution, all you have to do is buy licenses, and you only have to buy as many as you need. The article then goes on to talk about initial infrastructure costs and the difficulties of keeping up with trends, just mobility or what have you. The advantages, of course, for cloud computing are that you don't have to hire as many people, so there's a personnel savings there, and then updates to the system are the responsibility of the company that you hired. So whoever's providing you with software as a service, whatever that cloud company is, they're the one that'll be updating the system as new updates are available. And the same thing for mobility. Basically, it's a huge trend right now, but if you're using a cloud-based system, all you need is an internet portal. And that could be a laptop, that could be a tablet. As long as it has access to the internet, then you can get access to your system, which is, of course, a significant advantage. The fourth question there that talks about is, do you want to spend more time on your business? And of course the answer is yes. What it's talking about here is that if you're making all these savings, you're not hiring as many IT people, you can focus on your core business, what you do as a company, instead of having to spend all this extra time worrying about IT equipment and servers and what have you. And the last question talks about how do you protect your company's assets, and that's just addressing the issue of security. Some people worry about having their information secure on someone else's server, but in reality, it's much more likely that it'll be more secure, under the protection of a professional who knows the latest trends and keeps up to date with the best software for protection against malware and viruses, etc. So in summary, basically the article is pretty good. It talks about the advantages of cloud computing and then just addresses some of the basic issues that someone might have when considering a cloud-based solution. I definitely recommend it. And that concludes my presentation.